Welcome to the Nerd Cave News. I am your host this week, Zach Dykes. Derek is out on an adventure right now. His princess is in another cave. Also, his computer will not hold a charge. So Derek's not here this week, guys. Admonish him. Leave comments of that he's going to have to go buy me Five Guys. You know what to do. You know what to do. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Do it. You know. But guys, this episode is brought to you by our wonderful patrons. You can become part of the exclusive crew by going over to patreon.com/nerdcave, just like our wonderful crew members, the first mate, Brandon Hicks, our helmsman, the conductor, Gunners, Richard Newell, Daniel Sanford, Rushing Waters Yoga, Marilyn James, Brittany, the Granny B. Harrison, and our deckhand, Martin Sager. This is the Nerd Cave News, where each and every week we run you through all the video game news that you need to know. You can watch us live over on twitch.tv/nerdcave network on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central Time, or you can watch the show later on youtube.com/nerdcave network. Make sure to hit the follow and the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything and like it so more people will see the video. We also have our wonderful podcast version that is available on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and Anchor. Go subscribe and listen to it each and every week. While you're there, leave us a 5-star review. Ding. It's much helpful. Hey, there's old Richard New. I see you sneaking in there on the live chat. Welcome, man. Hope you're doing well. March is here. It's gone. And then, whoosh, Pastor Jedi, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. 14 months. Let's go. Thank you, man, for the sub. Much appreciated. April's game club game is Horizon Forbidden West. We're finishing up our Horizon Forbidden West playthrough. So you got another month. To just explore the wilderness, the beauty of it all. Will Aloy survive? Will she save the human race? Will Silence do what Silence does? Who knows? Only probably Dan and the people that have finished it so far. But yeah, we're playing Horizon Forbidden West, and I'm looking forward to it. I've been really enjoying the game. I haven't got to play a ton of it, but like the improvements that they've done from the first to the second has been awesome. The game play is amazing. The story is fantastic. And of course, the gorgeous graphics on the PlayStation 5. You can't beat it. So come and join us, guys, on our game club. April is Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to be playing through that. And then May's more than likely going to be Star Wars, Lego, the saga. It's going to be great. I can't wait for it because, I can't wait for what we got that on the news today. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. But without further ado, let's get into the gaming discussion for this week. We're starting off. We're not burying the lead. We're going to be talking about the PlayStation news. What? Talking about PlayStation news at the beginning of the show? It's always been at the end, Zach. I know. Derek put together the thing, so we're not burying the lead this time. My question is, y'all, after we go through this, is PlayStation doing enough to compete with Xbox? That's the question. As we get into this, Sony reveals all new PlayStation Plus to launch this June. The news were revealed in a PlayStation blog post detailing each tier will offer the prices and the prices for each. There we go. PlayStation Plus Essential is the first tier, and it's everything you already get right now for PS Plus. It's basically what you already pay for at the same price monthly, $9.99, quarterly $24.99, and annually $59.99. Choosing this tier is no different from what you already have now, which means that you will have things like cloud save files and playing online, and all of that is still behind the PS Plus wall. PlayStation Plus Extra is the next tier. Is where things start to change. We see the amalgamation of PlayStation Now and PS Plus together. This level offers everything from the first with a catalog of up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games. This will include both first-party PlayStation Studio games and third-party games. Sony does clarify that these games will be downloadable. So a lot of it on PlayStation Now has been streaming, but this tier you will be able to download them, which I personally like it a lot more than having to stream it because it's not as it's you got a lot of lag. You got a lag. So the PlayStation Plus Extra, the cost will be at this tier as $14.99 monthly, $39.99 quarterly, and $99 annually. PlayStation Plus Premium is the third and final tier, which not only gives everything from the previous two for ones, but adds up to 340 more games between PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation Plus, and the PlayStation 1 console. PS3 games will only be able to stream and will not be downloadable, just like how it currently works on the PlayStation Now. PS2, PSP, and the PlayStation titles will be available in both streaming and downloading options, though Sony isn't clear as to whether or not that means all games are available for both. This tier also adds the ability to stream PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, which the previous tier does not. They can only be downloaded. And finally, this tier will also grant you time trials for select games. Now, if you're already subscribed to both PlayStation Plus and PS Now, this is the tier you'll be automatically transferred into. This cost of the two subscriptions is the exact same cost as the highest tier level, which means it will be $17.99 a month, $49.99 quarterly, and $119.99 annually. The blog post does note that regions in which streaming is not an option, the third tier offered will be something called PlayStation Plus Deluxe. It'll be at a lower cost than the premium tier, though it still includes all the benefits of the first two levels, along with a catalog of PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PS Plus games available to download. Again, PlayStation 3, you cannot download them. The way the system is set up and everything, it's not able to be played, so that's why they have to be streamed. You'll still also get time trials offered through the deluxe level. There's no clarification on how pricing, however, works for this one, as Sony simply states local pricing may vary by market. There's no mention of games from PlayStation Studios launching into the service, though it seems that Sony will be adding a catalog of PS5 and PlayStation 4 games as they choose. When this new service launches, they'll be offering games like both Marvel's Spider-Man and Miles Morales, Death Stranding, Returnal, Mortal Kombat 11, and the 2016 God of War. So, all of that being said, those are the kind of the prices. The very bottom one is just what PlayStation Now is right now, currently. The second one's kind of a amalgamation of uh, both of them, PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. And then the top one is like both of them together fully, where you're getting PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. The pricing and everything is not that bad in my opinion for everything that you're getting. $119.99 annually, like depending on how they do the games, what games are going to be available and everything. Like PlayStation Plus being $60 a year, you're just doubling that essentially for 120. Not that bad, to be honest. Even if games come out 6 months after they launch and everything, it's still pretty worth it because, like, you might get, let's say, you get Horizon. You picked up Horizon, but there might be another game like Sifu came out around the same time Horizon. You might not have bought Sifu, but you got Horizon, and then 6 months later, Sifu comes out on the new PlayStation Now Premium. And you're like, oh well, I didn't buy that when it came out because I was been playing Horizon, so I'm going to check it out now because it's on PlayStation Plus Premium, whichever one you have. I think it might be a good thing. So I'm curious, but let's keep going. We got a lot to unpack on this one, guys. New PlayStation Plus tier game catalogs would be supported by every major publisher, says Sony. There's no clarification, though, as to what will that all entail, specifically regarding publishers who have recently went under new management like Activision Blizzard. Everybody knows Activision Blizzard got bought by Microsoft, but every major publisher, what does that mean? Are they going to allow Xbox to come on to PlayStation? Hmm. 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 That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Because that would literally mean every major publisher then. Mm. This all comes from an interview with PlayStation's head, Jim Ryan, where he talked about the new subscription services Sony's intention with this move. With all the new PlayStation Plus, we're focused on delivering a compelling game subscription service with curated content from our exclusive PlayStation Studio teams and our third party partners, said Ryan in a blog post earlier today on the new Surface. But all this still points to the same question yet to be answered, and that is which games? That quote right there makes me feel like it's only the companies that are working with them that have not been bought. That's just my take on that. We can have we have an idea based on current offerings on PlayStation Now, but with the third party landscape changing rapidly and Sony making a big investment in this new model, there are likely some surprises to come, though likely still much disappointment as to what is offered and what is not. So, my thoughts on that, like, if they really want to play ball, they bring on Xbox. Just saying, like if they really want to play ball and they want to make this something worthwhile, like they somehow bring an Xbox on this. I don't know how they would do it. I don't think they will do it, but I think we'll see EA, we'll see Ubisoft, Devolver Digital. Um, you know, I would say Activision Blizzard, but they got bought up and everything. So I think you see like the two bigger third party game companies that are still out there do something with them. But we've got more PS Plus news. New PS Plus is welcome and should improve revenue for Sony, says analyst. Strategy analytics director of TV and media Michael Goldman told GI Biz Sony is long overdue combining these two products because that's where the market is today. They have created an attractive product, giving consumers the choice of hundreds of games, and combining the multiplayer is important. It's essentially a price cut from the subscription game side of things. Instead of having two distinct products at $9.99, one which really was successful in PlayStation Plus, with something like 72% of its install base subscribed to, versus PS Now product, which only like 5% of the console install base to the subscribers. So clearly, the consumer's mind, the current Now product has not had the value for consumers, which I totally agree. I'm a huge PlayStation guy, and I don't have PS Now. Piers Harding Rolls and Pure Analysis research director was a bit more skeptical of its appeal in comparison to the Xbox Game Pass, but said Sony is likely to be more aggressive in scheduling its game releases. It won't have to pull it won't have the pull of Microsoft service, where I think Sony will try to be more aggressive with its windowing between releases of its new games and them being added to the service when adding new releases from third-party developers and publishers. So that kind of brings me to my point here. Things are not going to launch day and day on this. Like, you can already tell that, like, that would have been part of the announcement. That was a part of the Game Pass announcement. Like, anything that they develop will be day and day on Game Pass. That's not being said here with Sony, but that makes me feel like they're going to be making deals with third parties to get their third party partners on there as quick as possible, not having a huge window between them. Like, they're wanting to get people on the service, they're wanting people to get into it, because now PlayStation Now, again, 5% of the consumers are on it, 72% are on PlayStation Plus. That makes a huge difference if you can get people to take that leap up to the next level, even if they go from PlayStation Plus, the very base model, to the second level. That's a huge like jump in revenue right there. So if you can get more people to buy into it, I think that's a huge thing. If Sony really wants to be competitive, they're going to narrow the window of when they release a game to the public and when they put it on their subscription model. It doesn't have to be day and date. It could be 3 months, because a lot of times the first 2 months are the biggest sellers of the game. Like, you're going to get most of your sales in those 2 months. So if it comes out in the third month on PS Now side of things, then you're going to see more people jumping on that. Yeah, you might have some people wait for it to come to PS Now, or PlayStation Plus Premium or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to just say PS Now because that's the service that I'm talking about. Then you might have people wait instead and get it there. But again, you've got them for 3 months paying PS Now, and then the time that they're playing the game, you're also paying for it. So it's a long-term investment instead of them buying one game and then not buying anything else. It is a little bit more pricey than Game Pass. Like Game Pass Ultimate is like $14.99 a month, and the most expensive is $17.99, and that's only on PlayStation. That's only on PlayStation. That is not including PC. That would be awesome to see, though, is for PlayStation to do something that incorporates their PC model side of things, where because they're trying to put more stuff on PC. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, guys. But Jim Ryan goes on to talk about some more stuff. Jim Ryan thinks PlayStation Studios game launching into PS Plus doesn't make sense right now. In an interview with GameIndustry.biz, Ryan spoke about launching first-party games into their service. It's part of what made Xbox Game Pass so popular, and many players have been wondering if Sony would start to doing something the same. We feel like we are in a good virtuous cycle with studios where investment delivers success, which enables yet more investment, which delivers yet more success. We like that cycle, and we think our games like that cycle. Putting our own games into this service or any of our services upon their release, as you well know, this is not the road that we've gone down in the past, and it's not the road that we're going to go down with this new service. We feel like if we're going to do the games that we make at PlayStation Studios, that virtual cycle will be broken. The level of investment that we need to make in our studios would not be possible, and we think the knock-on effect on the quality of games we make would not be something gamers want. All I'm talking today is the approach we're taking with short term, the way our publishers' models work right now. It doesn't make any sense, but things can change very quickly in this industry, as we all know. So, that right there, saying it ain't happening anytime soon. PlayStation's in a place that Xbox was not when they launched Game Pass. Game Pass saved Xbox. Let's just be honest. Game Pass was a breath of fresh air, revenue into it, because the Xbox was not selling that well. The Xbox One did not sell that well. They sold, the last number that I saw, and this has been years ago, was like 40 million. That's the last numbers they gave out. I think it's probably around 70 million at this point. But looking at the PlayStation 4, they sold over 120 million consoles last generation. PlayStation, people buy their games because they're good. Xbox has had a lot of hit or misses. Like, yes, they've got great studios. They've got a lot of great games coming out, but that has not always been the case. When Xbox Game Pass was launched, Xbox was like really on the back foot here. They were having a lot of problems, so they had to do something to get people in there, investing into their studios with Game Pass, and that was the way to get people in the door. PlayStation doesn't have to play the same kind of game, and that's what Jim Ryan's here saying on this. But Jim Ryan goes ahead and says the video game subscriptions will not dominate like Spotify or Netflix. Subscription has certainly grown in importance over the course of the last few years. Our PlayStation Plus subscribers numbers has grown from 0 in 2010 to 48 million now, and we anticipate for our services that we'll see further growth for subscribers numbers. But the medium of gaming is so different to music and linear entertainment that I don't think we'll see it go to levels that we see like Spotify and Netflix. Excuse me, guys. And this is interesting because we see the success of a Spotify, a Netflix, and we say, okay, can this be replicated? And the amount of time that you invest into a game is a lot more. There are people that just want to buy a game and be done with it. They don't want to deal with the subscription model. There are others that want to hop around games. I think Jim has a good, head on his shoulder about this. It's like, okay, we can't count on this because it is such a different medium than, music or watching a movie or a television show. It's interactive. There's a lot of factors that go into this, So I think, not counting your chickens before the hatch is a huge, huge component here. So yeah, I'm everything broken down into that. A lot being said here. The kind of takeaways are that there are new pricing structures. They're going to be combining PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. The most expensive is $17.99 per month. 120, if you will, for the whole year. That it will not be a day and date system like Game Pass, and that they are not looking to do that model anytime soon. So I think that's a big thing to take away from this. It's like it's not the same model as Game Pass, that they're not doing something like that. And that, in June, we'll see what this is going to be like, what games are coming to it, how fast do they turn around, what partners they're going to have. They say every major publisher, but I think it's the ones that they work with. So I think we're going to see Ubisoft, EA become partners in there. Like EA right now is a partner with Game Pass. You have EA Play that's part of a Game Pass and everything. So I think we're going to see, some interesting relationships develop from all of this. But I'm excited. Let me know, guys. Do you think PlayStation's doing enough with the new PlayStation Plus model? Do you think that they went far enough to get your money, or do you think it's something where it's like, well, this could this could be something for me to try out, but it's not something that I'm going to hold my breath for? So I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But let's get into the PlayStation Quickies. First up, latest PS5 update has stealthily added instant game response for auto low latency mode. PlayStation 5 Dolby Vision reported activated for Bravia TVs by Sony. VR analyst says developers are more excited to make their games for PlayStation VR 2 than any upcoming HMD. Unpacking moves to PlayStation consoles this spring. Everybody's Golf online servers shutting down September 30th. Persona 5 will no longer be available on the PlayStation Plus collection. Rumor, Dreams on PlayStation 5 could be coming soon. A new knack trademark has been filed by Sony. Sony's Firesprite working on a AAA horror game using the Unreal Engine 5. And finally, new Sony acquisition announcements is reportedly on the horizon. Because Sony is trying to get large companies, smaller companies. We saw last week that they got Haven, which is a brand new studio. They bought them up. They previously had bought Bungie, Blue Point, several others. They're not on the same level as a Activision Blizzard or Bethesda, but they're definitely invested in getting companies that are making good games and that can make good games. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. The thing that kind of stands out to me is a new knack trademark. I don't think we're going to get a knack 3. It's kind of a cult classic at this point, knack and knack 2. More of a joke for the meme, but I don't think we're going to get a new knack. I hope not, because I think that's kind of a waste of a developer's time. Plus I want to say the developer for Knack 2 and Knack Japan Studio is no longer around. So I don't know who would be developing a new Knack. So I'm not 100% sure who would be developing it, where it would even go, would anyone even buy it? And so that's kind of my thoughts on that. But let's move into our second news story this week. Rockstar launches paid GTA Online subscription, called it GTA Plus, exclusively for the PlayStation 5 and Series X and S, out now. GTA Plus will cost $5.99 per month and provide subscribers with a reoccurring monthly bank deposit of 500,000 GTA money, ensuring players have plenty of cash to spend with the online open world. There will also be a wide range of members only bonuses, including exclusive properties, vehicles, upgrades, discounts, and cash/RP bonuses. Rockstar also mentions that there will be ability to unlock gameplay updates that you may have missed out on, suggesting previously time limited content that can be accessible with GTA Plus. The first month of GTA Plus, which will span from March 29th through April 27th, will provide the following content: GTA Bucks 500,000 available with withdrawal from the Maze bank account. The Principe Divest 8, a supercar that comes with Heyo's special works upgrade and with a bunch of stuff. Auto Shop property located in La Mesa has a bunch of gameplay with Los Santos tuners, waived LS car meet membership fees. Um, Yacht owners can upgrade the Aquarius super yacht at no additional cost. The Gusset Frog T and Broker Prolap basketball top, whatever. It's a bunch of stuff. Y'all see, there's all this stuff. A selection of free paints, 3 times GTA money and RP, 2 times car meet rep on street races, all that good stuff. I ain't reading all of that. Y'all, it's a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of stuff. Additionally, GTA Plus members can purchase members only shark cards that come with extra bonus cash. These are purchasable in the PlayStation Store and Microsoft Store. On top of the headline content, each month will see a variety of exclusive rewards on the GTS Plus subscribers to claim. These can be found in stores and GTA Online web browsers such as Legendary Motor Shop, Heyo Special Works, Maze Bank Foreclosures, and Doc Tees. That's a mouthful. There you go. It's curious how GTA Online is finding more ways to get money out of people. Like, people are like constantly playing this game, constantly going through it, playing more and more. They're getting money out of people and everything. Now they're introducing a subscription model for their free to play game and everything, and people are going to jump on this. $5.99 is not that much, when you really think about it, and it gives you a ton of stuff for each month and everything. So I think a lot of people are going to jump on this. A lot of people are going to, utilize this. It's just crazy, like how much like Rockstar is able to squeeze out of this game. How much they can like really like squeeze the rock and get as much out of it. So I'm just in awe at like how good they make it. It's like not a game that I play or anything, but they're constantly adding to it. I wished whoever was their planner and all of that would go work at Halo, go work at 343 and get that game like moving, because man, it would be nice to be getting some new content out of Halo. But let's move on. Skywalker Saga gets a new trailer, unleashes the dark side of the Force. So everybody, let's check out this awesome trailer from the Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. We get shirtless Kylo. Oh, that's dope, because we're getting like the the Clone Wars version of Dooku. Oh, dope. We actually get that fight. That's going to be so cool. Oh man, that makes me so excited for this game. Just like I've always loved the Lego like comedy and everything. Like we're getting it fully voiced, and you can actually like pick if you want to get it just like the mumbles and everything like it was back in the day. Like the game looks great, totally revamped from the bottom up. Lots of new gameplay opportunities. It's essentially like it's a whole new game. Like they went from the bottom up, and I am so stoked for it. And getting to like experience all of it, it's going to be so good. So cannot wait for that. April 5th. Yeah, it's going to be boss sauce. It's going to be boss sauce. So I hope that y'all are ready for a ton of that content, because we're going to be playing the mess out of it over here on the streams. I cannot wait for it. I had to take a sip so we can get into our quick hits for this week, guys. We got a lot here. Here we go. Dying Light 2 story DLC teased by Techland. Upcoming content set sideways to main events. Lost Ark could come to consoles if fans want it, claims the developer. Apex Legends Warriors Collection events brings back control, new arenas maps, and Crypto gets his heirloom. Apex Legends Next Gen update launches with 4K resolution and 60 frames per second. More upgrades on the way. Rumor, new Battlefield in pre-production and will revert a lot of the changes made in Battlefield 2042. Street Fighter V Champion Edition is getting Capcom Pro Tour in 2022 DLC. Netflix buys a mobile developer Boss Fight Entertainment. Tango Gameworks working on completely new title that is complete opposite of horror. Sons of the Forest delayed to October. Rumor, Skate 4 could be shown off soon. Elden Ring bestiary potential revealed in hidden game files. Kirby's shift to 3D is not necessarily the future of the series, says the developer. One Piece Odyssey is a new RPG being developed by Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Epic announces permanent non-building Fortnite with zero build mode. Fast and Furious Crossroad to be delisted from digital stores on April 29th. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel delayed to spring 2023. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night adding Aurora from Child of Light as a playable character. New Diablo 4 blog updates confirms 150 procedurally generated dungeons. Blue Box Game Studio deletes a majority of its tweets describing future abandoned plans. Blue Box insists Abandoned has not been canceled amid rumors. The Stanley Parable Deluxe launches April 27th. MetaQuest Gaming Showcase announced on April 20th. The new Marvel's Avengers bug and the only fix right now is to delete your progress. Ooh. E3 2022 has officially been canceled both physically and digitally. This is absolutely crazy. Was not expecting E3 to go away. Will it come back? That's the question. Will E3 come back next year, or is E3 completely done? Like, is it done? Are we past the E3 like timeline? Like, it's kind of a sad day. It's kind of a sad day. Warhammer 40K Darktide launching September 13th. Heart Machine announces Hyperlight Break enters early access in 2023. Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest will continue this year, starts in June. Microsoft reportedly working on Xbox Game Pass family plan that will allow up to 5 players to access the full library so long as they reside in the same country as the primary account holder. So that's pretty awesome. Not in the same residence, but as the same country. So there you go. Who would be your 5? Who would be your 5? And last but not least, our Xbox Games with Gold for April revealed another site all month. Hue, April 16th through May 15th. Outpost Coloki X, April 1st through the 15th. Motocross versus ATV Alive, April 16th through the 30th. And our PlayStation Plus games for April have been revealed. Hood Outlaws and Legends for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. Slay the Spire for PlayStation 4. And SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated for the PlayStation 4. Boom, guys. There is your quick hits. There are all the video game news that you need to know this week. I hope that y'all enjoyed the show, guys. I hope that you will give us a subscribe, give us a follow, go listen to the podcast version, go support us on patreon.com/nerdcave, just like all of our awesome crew members did. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that you enjoyed the episode. Join us next week. Hopefully Derek will be back, and we'll be able to bounce off of each other and everything. But there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. All of the PlayStation Plus stuff, it's just kind of out of nowhere. We knew it was coming, but we didn't know when it was coming. And then Breath of the Wild 2, I figured it was going to get delayed, to be 100% honest. As long as God of War doesn't get delayed, I'll be fine. But guys, thank you all so much for watching and listening. This has been Zach. Y'all have a blessed week.